It's double the fun and double the douchebaggery tonight on Lucha Review as the Double Dragons make their return to the Lucha Review arena. The last time they came into this ring, they were sent back to the mean streets from which they came. Tonight, I hear that they're coming with a mystery tag team partner. Tonight, I hear that they are coming with a 1994 movie all for a 30th anniversary screening. I'm ready to go. Are you luchadors? Give me that hot tag and ring the bell.
After the tragedy that was Super Mario Bros. In 1993, Hollywood turned to Double Dragon for the next video game movie. It was a fine choice, because Double Dragon was one of the most influential games of the 1980s. In the game, players can team up as Billy and Jimmy Lee to take on the street gang that abducted the lovely Marion. And, nearly 40 years later, we still don't know which one of the Lee brothers she was fucking. What we do know is that the game's success is acknowledged by players of all ages. We wouldn't have side-scrolling beat-em-ups without it, and to this day, Double Dragon continues to produce new titles. When it comes to the movie, forget everything I just said. Having two brothers named Billy and Jimmy Lee is one of the few commonalities shared with the game, and their appearances suggest they do not share the same father. That, or the writers were researching the wrong fucking game altogether, because these guys could easily pass as Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter II. Set over 3 decades into the future, Los Angeles has become a dystopian hellhole, which is basically Los Angeles as we know it today. I must ask, did Nostradamus write the script? Because it seems to have predicted the future of television dominated by cringe. Observe, citizens now get their weather from Andy Dick. Somewhere below the surface of this dystopian society, the Lee brothers earn a living as prize fighters. Little do they know, in their possession is one half of a magical dragon medallion, sought out by an evil street gang with millions of dollars of disposable cash. Led by the T-1000, now upgraded to a T-Guy Fieri, the gang holds the other half of the medallion, and their efforts to piece it together have put the Lee brothers on their radar. The gang operates out of a penthouse apartment, so they clearly have enough money to just buy it off the Lee brothers, while the Lee brothers could have had a better life with the money. But that option never crosses T. Guy Fieri's mind. Instead, he hires the killer clowns from outer space and local bully Abobo to hunt down the Lee brothers and take the medallion by force. This would be a good place for a fight, considering how this movie is based in a game with non-stop fighting. But, thus far, absolutely none of this shit comes from any of the games, and damn it, the writers aren't going to change that now. So instead, the Lee brothers get out of this jam in a station wagon equipped with a computer dossier, a jet turbine, and a map covered in cheese. Abobo is given a few enhancements to make him a better goon, and his neck now looks like one of those padded toilet seats that rich women loved in the 80s. The short list of game facsimiles comes in the form of the original arcade tower. This means that the Lee brothers, who are literally fighting and bleeding to make ends meet, have an arcade game based on themselves? Of all the things you could have pulled from the games, you chose the game tower itself? You clearly have the game, and you clearly didn't play it, because there's nothing else in this movie that came from it. Like this woman. It's not Marion. It's a character created for the movie, and I stopped paying attention to the movie about 30 minutes in, so I have no idea who she is. Marion eventually does show up and shares a very odd scene with Abobo. I really don't know what to make of this. Fear not, an actual street fight does eventually take place. With nowhere else to run, the Lee brothers must now fight their way out of an angry mob, armed with a roll of paper towels, Mickey Mouse gloves, and a bag of mail. Eventually, T. Guy Fieri is able to piece both halves of the medallion together, and he creates the Food Network while getting the power to fold into a piece of paper or something. I don't care, I stopped watching this movie an hour ago. Look, I loved Double Dragon games when I was a kid, and despite this abomination being the jobber that it is, I still enjoy playing them.
Subscription is free, and Be sure to share this video and treat yourself to some Lucha Review swag at my Redbubble store. Shirts, buttons, stickers, and other fun items are waiting for you in the link below. Thanks for the hot tag, and I'll see you next time.